Imagine loving God so deeply, so purely that you ask for nothing in return, not paradise, not reward, just his closeness. This is the story of Rabia al-Adawiyya, one of the most extraordinary women in Islamic history. A woman whose devotion reshaped hearts for over 1,000 years. Welcome to Noble Footsteps, where we uncover real historical stories that inspire mercy, wisdom, and spiritual growth. If you enjoy learning from the lives of saints, scholars, and leaders, make sure you subscribe. Today, we walk through the life of Rabi'a, a woman who taught the world what true love for God looks like. Rabia al-Adawiyya was born in Basra during a time of hardship. Her family was extremely poor, so poor that on the night she was born, her parents had no oil for a lamp, no blanket to wrap her in. Soon after, tragedy struck. Her parents passed away, and Rabia and her sisters were left alone. In the chaos of the time, Rabia was captured and sold into slavery. Yet, despite the hardship, her heart remained soft, patient, and connected to God. Even as a servant, she spent her nights in prayer. She would cry out in the darkness, "Oh my Lord, you know that the deepest desire of my heart is to obey you." Her owner once woke up to find a miraculous light shining over her as she prayed. Shocked, he realized she was no ordinary woman, and he freed her immediately. Rabia walked away a free woman, but she carried nothing with her except her unshakable devotion. Now free, Rabia devoted her life entirely to worship. She lived in a small room, owning nothing, not a bed, not a rug, not even a lamp. She said, "I am not interested in this world, and I am not interested in the next. I seek only the one who created both." People began hearing of a woman who prayed all night, cried out in love for God, and spent her days helping the poor. They came to her door, scholars, students, rulers, all trying to understand the secret of her devotion. She told them, "If I worship God for fear of hell, burn me in hell. If I worship him for hope of paradise, deny me paradise. But if I worship him for his sake alone, then withhold not from me your eternal beauty." This was the heart of her message. Love God purely, not for reward, not out of fear, but because he deserves to be loved. One night a neighbor heard her whispering, "Oh my Lord, my heart is only for you. Every breath I take is for you. If I could, I would light a fire to burn away every desire except my desire for you." This prayer became one of the most famous in Islamic spirituality. It captured a love so pure, so sincere, that it shook the hearts of everyone who heard it. Despite her fame, Rabia lived in complete humility. Many great scholars of Basra visited her. People like Hasan al-Basri, one of the most respected figures of his time. Yet even he would seek her advice. Once he asked, "Rabia, how did you reach this level of closeness to God?" She replied, "I lost everything on the way, except God." Her words were simple, but full of depth. She taught that true peace comes when the heart no longer depends on anything except its creator. Another time she was asked why she never married. Rabia gently smiled and said, "My heart belongs to the one who created it. What space is left for anyone else?" She wasn't rejecting marriage, she simply knew her purpose was different. Her mission was to teach sincerity, purity, and love for God. As she grew older, Rabia continued to live simply. She spent her days helping people, advising scholars, and comforting the poor. One of her students described her as a woman whose face shined with peace, whose words melted the heart, and whose devotion made you remember God instantly. When she passed away, the people of Basra mourned deeply. But her teachings lived on, and today she is remembered as one of the greatest saints of Islamic spirituality. Rabia's life teaches us 3 timeless lessons. Hardship cannot stop a sincere heart. Even in poverty and slavery, her love for God only grew. Worship is not a transaction. It is an expression of love, and true freedom is found in devotion. When the heart belongs to God, nothing else can enslave it. Her story reminds us that the greatest journeys are not walked with the feet, but with the heart. If Rabia's story touched your heart, support Noble Footsteps by liking the video, sharing your favorite lesson in the comments, and subscribing for more weekly stories from Islamic history. Walk with us again in the noble footsteps of those who came before us.